Yeah, so hello everyone. My voice is audible. You can
Yes,
confirm
sir.
me. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so I'm Arshad, your maths teacher. So let's have an introduction in 2 minutes and then we will start the class. Okay, so one by one, will you please tell your name, your school name, and marks you get in the last exam? Only maths marks, okay? Okay, so shall we start with Atif? Atif Ahmed, can you tell your school name?
Yes, sir. I'm in the United Arab Emirates. My school name is Indian School name.
Okay, and how much marks you get in your last exam?
Sir, I think I got 34 out of 40.
Okay, that's great. Good. Okay, Aisha,
Yes, sir.
yeah, hello. Yeah, your school name and
Um,
marks you get in the last exam?
so I'm in Abu Dhabi Indian School,
Okay,
and I think so last exam I got 36.
okay, that's great. And Halima,
I'm from Qatar and I got MEA Indian school. And I don't remember my marks, but I think the grade was B2 for the last exam.
okay, that's great. Then Mariam,
I'm from Indian School Niswa, and
okay,
I guess I got 32 out of 40 in my last exam.
okay, good. And Mazdia,
I'm from ISB Bahrain, and
okay,
our results are yet to be declared.
okay. And Kirwa, Mintu,
We didn't get our result. Like they just said that we were promoted. They didn't give us our report cards.
okay, okay, good. Okay, and Shriva, can you?
Shravya.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, Shriva.
So my name is Shravya and I'm studying in Indian School Alwadi Ltd.
Okay, and how much marks you get in the last exam?
So 30.
Okay, okay, great. Then we have Muhammad Saifullah. Okay, Saifullah, can you share your school name and your marks you get in your last exam?
My school name is Yara International School. I'm
Okay.
not told about my marks yet.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, so we will start first of all with the paper scheme. Okay, then we will check how many chapters we have. Okay, so in class 12, again as last year, you have two terms, term 1 and term 2. Okay, and this is your complete scheme. And in case CBSE will do any changes in between, then we will share the updated syllabus with you. Okay, so as last year in class 11, you have two terms, term 1 and term 2. Similarly, in class 12 also you have term 1 and term 2. Okay, in the term 1, we have these units. First is relation and functions, second is algebra, third is calculus, fourth is linear programming. Okay, relation and functions are of 8 marks. Algebra is of 10 marks. Calculus is of 17 marks. Linear programming is of 5 marks. Okay, so the total is 40. Then you have your internal assessment of 10 marks. In this internal assessment, the 5 marks. There's no need to note down this. We will share PDF file having all these details. Okay. Now, so first of all, we need to complete the term 1. And this year, I guess, term 1 exam was in December. Okay, so we have a lot of time. So what we will do, if we will complete our syllabus near about September, then we will start some chapters of term 2 also. Okay, so we will discuss that what are the chapters which are there in the term 1. Yeah. So the first chapter, relation and first unit, sorry, relation and functions. This unit have 2 chapters. relation and functions. This is your first chapter, and the second one, inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, and these two are of 8 marks. Second, we have algebra, which have the weightage of 10 marks. In algebra, you have matrices, okay, and determinants. Next, we have the calculus, which have the weight differentiability. This differentiability is the same one which you have done in class 11. Okay, but there are some advanced topics. The chapter is the same. Next, second, you have the application of derivatives. So in this second chapter, we will check that how can we use the differentiation to find out the volume, to find the rate of change of volume and so on. Okay. Next, we have the last chapter, which is linear programming. Okay, linear programming is of 5 marks. There is a very simple chapter. So we need to complete this 6 and plus 1, 7 chapters in the term 1. Okay. If anyone have a query, then please you can put a comment on the chat box, or you can just unmute yourself and ask you. Then we have the term 2. In term 2, we have 3 units. First is calculus, second is vectors and 3D, and fourth one is probability. Okay. If we will check about the first one, then first we have integrals. Second is application of the integral. Third is differential equations. Then we have a vector, 3D, and last one is a probability. So this one, this unit, the term 2, this have 6 terms. Okay. And these are the weightage of these. Okay. Any query regarding this? Anyone?
No.
No. Then we will start with the first chapter from the algebra, which is matrices. Okay. After matrices, we will do the determinants, and then after we will start with the relation and functions. And as last year, CBSE has removed some questions from the chapter. So similarly, this has been done this time also. That we will share with you later on. Okay. So we will start with the matrices. Okay. Yeah. This is our chapter. The first one, matrices. Okay. So first of all, we will check that what is a matrix. Matrix is what? It is a set of mn numbers, real or imaginary, arranged in the form of rectangular array of m rows and n columns. Is called m by n matrix, and this is read as m by n. Just give me a minute. I will give you an example so that we can understand that what is actually a matrix. Okay, so what is a matrix? It is a set of mn numbers. Numbers can be anything. These can be real, these can be imaginary. Numbers can be any number or trigonometric functions. So a set of mn numbers, real or imaginary, arranged in the form of rectangular array of m rows and n columns is called an m by n matrix. Okay, before that, we will discuss about the books which you need to use. Okay, so this we will do later on. So which books you have to use? You have the basic book of NCERT. Okay, all of you have this. Second, we will provide you the assignments of each chapter, so you need to complete that. And third is NCERT examples. NCERT examples. Okay, I hope everyone is aware about this. So this NCERT exemplars have some tough questions. Okay, we can say these are hard questions. We will complete NCERT assignments, and after that we will try NCERT examples. Okay, so these 3 are sufficient for you for your exams, and in the last CBSE will issue some sample papers, so we will try to solve that. And each week, whatever we have a class on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, and whatever the topics which we will cover in these 2 days, you need to give the test on the next week for those topics. Okay, So, okay, now we will start with the matrices. So we were discussing that what is a matrix? It's a set of m numbers arranged in the form of rectangular array of m rows and n columns, and this is called m by n matrix. Okay, m into n. This is treated as m by n matrix. So what is actually a matrix? We have this rectangular array like this. Okay, and in this one we will arrange the number. Okay, so for example, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We arrange the numbers in this matrix. This is called a matrix. Now, matrix is usually written like this, which I have given you an example here. Matrix is always represented by a capital letter. First thing is matrix is always represented by a capital letter, and it is usually written like this. So these numbers, these are called your elements. Okay, and one thing, there is no need to write down this. Okay, please wait. I will give you the time so that you can know this later on. Okay, just listen to this. So matrix is usually written like this. Is written like this: A is equal to A11, A12, A13, 21, 22, 23, 31, 32, 33. So, okay, so this is a row. This is the first row. This is the second row, and this is the third row. Okay, matrix is always denoted by a capital letter, and it is written like this: is the first row, second row, and third row. Similarly, this is your first column. We can write this is our first row, row 1. This is row 2, and this is row 3. Okay. And similarly, this is column. This is column 1. This is column 2, and this is column 3. So matrix is usually written like this. So this matrix have 3 rows and 3 columns. So similarly, you can have a matrix which have 2 rows, 2 columns, 1 row, 1 column. Okay, and in our syllabus, we will solve the questions of matrices having only 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay. Anyone have a doubt till now? Anyone have a doubt? Please, you can reply me on the chat box. Yes, we can have matrix with more than 3 rows and columns. Okay, but in our syllabus, there's only 3 rows and 3 columns. In your exam, they will ask just maximum for 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so everyone can reply me on the chat box. Is it okay for all of you? Any doubt till now? Okay, I just got the reply from Shiva and okay. Okay, Aisha, I got your message. Atif, good. Mariam, Maziha, Safula.
So can there be a matrix of 1 column and 3 rows?
Yes, that is possible. Okay, we will discuss all these later on. Okay, so right now we have just discussed that what is a matrix. We will take all the examples. Okay, Atif, got your message. Maziha, Mariam, Safula. Please reply me on the chat box. Okay, you can. Okay, Safula, good. Okay, Mariam, good. Maziha, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, okay, very good. Okay, if anyone wish, they can reply me on the chat box, and or you can unmute yourself. So please note down this definition of the matrices, and then please note down this. This is read as m by n. Okay, this is read as m by n matrix is usually written as A is equal to this one. So please note down this, confirm me. Then we will start the next topic. Please note down this. Okay, if you are good, please reply me on the chat box if everyone have completed this one. Shall we start next? Okay, Mariam, good. Saifullah, Mazia,
1
Aisha,
minute, sir.
okay. Atif, all the students, will you please confirm? I got a message from Mariam and Shiva only. Atif, Aisha, Mazia, Saifullah. Okay, Saifullah, very good. Mazia and Aisha, this time, shall we start next?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Mazia, shall we start next?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay. Then, in compact form, the above matrix can be represented like this. As we have already discussed, the matrix is always represented by capital A. Okay, so we can write it like this: A is equal to, this is a sign of matrix, and Aij, small aij. So this Aij represent what? This represent the elements. Okay, so this one Aij, this represent the element, and we will discuss later on that from this Aij, how can we find the elements which we need in the matrix. These numbers A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A3. All these numbers which you can see over here, these numbers are known as the elements of the matrix. Okay, this is your matrix, and these numbers A11, A12, A13, these are called the elements of the matrix. Okay, so these are your elements, and this is completed your matrix. And in compact form, the same matrix, this one we can write like this: A is equal to matrix Aij, and we will discuss later on that how can we find the value of this Aij. Okay, this is basically a element of the matrix. Okay, as we have already discussed, these horizontal lines, these are called the rows. Okay, we have discussed all this. These horizontal lines, these are called the rows. So this is your row 1, this is your row 2, and this is your row 3. Okay, so these are called the rows. Just give me a minute. And these are called the column. This is column 1, this is column 2, and this is column 3. So please note down these 3 points and confirm me, then we will start the next topic. Okay. And let me know if anyone have a doubt till here. Okay, once this is done, please reply me on the chat box. Shall we start next? Atif, Aisha, Mariam, Naziha, Saifullah. Okay, sure, I got your message. Okay, Mariam, good. Okay, Aisha, good. Okay, Atif, very good. Saifullah, please confirm so that we can start the next topic. Maziha, please confirm. Maziha, I guess, yeah. Noted this. And Safula, this is done. Should we start next? Okay, Safula, very good. Okay, so these horizontal line of elements, these are said to constitute the rows, and these vertical line of elements, these are the columns. So please note down this point. The vertical line of elements are said to constitute the columns. So the vertical line of elements, these are the columns, and the horizontal line of elements are said to constitute the rows. Now, order of a matrix we will discuss later on. First of all, please note on this point that the vertical line of element are said to constitute the columns. Okay, so please note on this. Okay, sure, very good. Next one. What is this order? Okay, good, Atif. What is the order? A matrix having m rows and n columns is called a matrix of order m by n. So what does this mean? For example, if we have this matrix and we have these elements 4, 5, 6. So in this matrix, if we will check rows, then we have two rows. This is row 1 and this is row 2. Okay, so there are two rows here. So we have row, number of rows, which is equal to 2. And then we have a column 1, 2, and 3. These are the columns. Okay, this C1, C2, and C3. So we can say columns are 3. So we will say the order of this matrix is 2 by 3. First of all, we will write the row, number of rows, then we will write the number of columns. So the order of this matrix is 2 by 3. We will not read it as 2 into 3. We will say this is 2 by 3. Okay, order is in order, we will not say that this is a multiplication. We will say that this is a 2 by 3. It is read as 2 by 3. So hope this is clear to everyone. Now, please don't note down this. Okay, I will give you the time later on. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 6, 4. Okay. Now, Aisha, can you tell me what is the order of this matrix?
2 into 4. 2 by 4.
Very good. 2 by 4. Very good. That's correct. And just give me a minute. Next is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Okay. Safula, can you tell me what is the order of this matrix?
3 by 2.
Okay. So first of all, we will count the rows. This is R1, R2, and R3. Very good. So rows are 3. We will check the columns. Columns are 2. So 3 by 2. Very good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can tell me this. Atif, can you tell me what's the order of this matrix?
1 by 3.
1 by 3. Good. Number of rows is 1, columns are 3, so this is 1 by 3. Hope this is clear to everyone, and if anyone have a doubt, then please let me know. Next. Next is number of elements in a matrix will be equal to n. So what does this mean? Suppose we will check this matrix. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Okay. Mariam, can you tell me what's the order of this matrix?
Three by two.
3 by 2. Rows are 3, columns are 2, so 3 by 2 is the order of this matrix. Okay. Now, what is 3 into 2, which is 6? If you will count the number of elements here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is equal to 6. Now, so if you need to find the number of elements in a matrix, then there's no need to count all the elements. What we will do, we will just multiply the order. We will just multiply the order. We will get the total number of elements. So for example, if we have this one, 2, 4, 3, 1. Okay. Halima, can you tell me what is the order of this matrix?
2 by 2.
2 by 2. Very good. Now the total number of elements in this matrix will be 4. So you can check 1, 2, 3, 4. So the second point is number of elements in a matrix. The number of elements in a m by n matrix will be equal to mn. Okay. So we'll take some examples, some more example. For example, this one. Here we have the order 2 by 2, and hence the number of elements are 4. We can check the second example, which we have already taken. The order is 3 by 2, okay, and the total elements are 6. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Now please note down this and confirm me if anyone have a doubt. Okay, please note down this and then confirm me. We will start the next. Shall we start next topic? This is done. Okay, Shiva, good. So I hope everyone has completed this. If anyone is still doing this order of matrix, then please let me know. Otherwise, we can start the next topic. Okay. Please
1 minute,
message.
sir, I'm writing the exam.
Okay. Okay, Atif, good. Everyone has completed this. Okay, should we start? Someone is left. I guess no. Okay, so we will start this. Please message me if anyone is still left with the last one. Okay, we will try question. First question is construct a 3 by 4 matrix whose elements are given by Aij is equal to I plus. Okay, now we will check that what is meant by I and J. Suppose we have this matrix. We are not taking this question. We are just taking a general example. That suppose we have this. If I will say to you that the order is 2 by 3. Order is 2 by 3. So what does that means? That means we have 2 rows and 3 columns. We have 2 rows and 3 columns. So the elements will be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 2 rows and 3 columns. Now the elements we always represent like this: A11. What is mean by A11? This element belong to the first row. This is the first row, and this is the first column. So this 1 1 represent the row and column. The first number represent the row, and second number represent the column. Similarly, this is first row and second column. That's why we will write A1. This is first row and third column, so we will write A1 through. This is second row and first column, so we will write A21. This is 2 2, and this is A23. Okay. So 1 1 1 2, sorry, A11, A12, A13. These are called the elements. The first number will represent the row. Second number will represent the column. So in this general form, Aij, the I represent the row. This represent the row, and this J represent the column. Please remember this. This is a general form of a matrix. Here the I represent the row and J represent the column. Okay. We will check this one. Aij is equal to I plus J. Construct a 3 by 4 matrix. Okay, so Masiha, can you tell me how many rows are there in this matrix? Mazia, can you tell me how many rows are there in this matrix? 3. Mazia, this correct? Rows are 3
Yes.
and columns are 4.
4.
So there should be 3 rows. Suppose this is row 1, this is row 2, and this is row 3. And we have 4 columns. So this is C1, C2, C3, and C4. Now, so the first element we will write like A11. A11 represents first row and first column. Okay. Now you can tell me, Mariam, can you tell me what is the second element here?
First row and second column.
Very good. A12. Next one.
A13.
A13. Next one.
A14.
A14. Very good. Next one. Here.
A21.
A21. This.
A22.
A22. Next one.
A23.
A23. Good. Next one.
A24.
A24. Good. Next.
A31.
A31. Next one.
A32.
A32. Next.
A33.
A33. Next one.
A34.
A34. Very good. So we need to construct a 3 by 4 matrix. So our matrix will be like this. This have 3 rows, 4 columns, and these are the elements. Now from this formula, we need to find the value of these elements. So Aij is equal to I plus j. So we need to use this one. Now what will be A11? As per this formula, you need to add these one, I plus j. So here we have 1, 1. Yeah, very good. This is 1 plus 1, which is 2. Next we will find A12, which is will give us 3. Next is A13, which will give us 4. Next is A14, which will give us 5. Similarly, A21, this will give us 3. A22, this will give us 4. A23, this will give us 5. A24, this will give us 6. A31, this is equal to 4. A32, this is equal to 5. A33, this is equal to 6. A34, this is equal to 7. Okay, so we get all these values. Now what you need to do, just arrange all these elements in this matrix. So we have this matrix. Now we can put all these values 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Similarly 3, 4, 5, and 6. Next is 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this matrix we will get. This question is clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone who have a doubt in this question, the first one, because the rest of the question you need to do on your own. So anyone have a doubt in this question, then please let me know. Otherwise, you can note down this and start the second. Okay. So please note down this answer and then start the second one. And I hope everyone now understand that what is Aij in the general form of a matrix. Please note down this, then start the second one and let me know once you complete the second one so that we can match the answer. We have noted down the first one. We can start the second one. Okay. I hope everyone has completed the first question, so we can go it. Please do the second one. We can match your answer. Okay. So we will start. Check the second answer. Second is I minus j. So I minus j means we will subtract these number 1 minus 1. This will give us 0. 1 minus 2. This will give us minus 1. 1 minus 3. This will give us minus 2. 1 minus 4 minus 3. This will give us 1. This will give us 0. This will give us minus 1. This will give us minus 2. 2, 1, 0, minus 1. Okay, you can arrange these numbers 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, then 2, 1, 0, minus 1. Okay, so this is the second answer. Please confirm if everyone is getting the same answer. Shirva, are you getting the same one? Okay, very good. Atif, Aisha, Halima, Mariam. Okay, Saifullah, good. And all the other, okay, Saifullah. All the other students. Okay, Aisha, Mariam. Okay, Atif. Okay. Who is left? Mazia. Mazia, can you confirm? And Halima. Will you confirm? Are you getting the same answer or do you have a doubt here?
Yes.
Okay, good. Halima, you're getting the same answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, very good. Okay, then that means we can start next one. So in this one, you will get same type of questions. They can put any expression here. Okay, so here they have just given you I plus j and I minus j. They can give you 3i minus 2j. They can give you I upon j, I into j. So any formula, any calculation, any expression they can give you over here. You just need to solve. Okay. Now, next question. If a matrix has 10 elements, what are the possible order it can have? Okay, so total number of elements are given. You need to find all the possible orders. Okay, so this is a very simple question. Please reply me on the chat box the answer of this. Shiva, very good, but I guess two answers are missing. Okay, these are correct, but there are two more answers for this. Aisha, okay, Aisha, 1 by 2 and 2 by 1 is not possible. Okay, here we have the 10 elements. So we have already discussed that when we multiply, suppose we have the order 2 by 5. Then what are the total number of elements this order have? 10. Okay, so whatever the order you are, okay, Aisha, very good. Then it is correct. Perfect, Aisha. Your answer is correct. Shiva, very good. This is correct. Atif, good. This is correct. Mariam, very good. Mariam, why this is 5 by 5? If you will write a 5 by 5, then total number of elements will be 25. So this is not correct. Okay. 1 by 10. 1 by 10. Okay, 1 by 10 means this one. 1 by 10. This is correct. 10 by 1 is also correct. Please take this. Other students, please tell me the answer. Mazia, can you tell me the answers? Safula? Safula and Mazia, do you have any doubt in this? Okay, so Mazia, will you please share your answer? Okay, Safula, 2 by 5, 5 by 2, 1 by 10, and 10 by 1. Very good. This is correct. Okay, so I will write the final answer. Okay, Mazia, please check from here. So this matrix have the 10 elements. So we can say we have the order 1 by 10. We can say we have the order 10 by 1. Then we have a 2 by 5. Then we have a 5 by 2. So these are the possible options. So very good. All of you got the same answer. Then we can start our next talk. Okay. So anyone have a doubt till now? Or can we start the next one? Okay, very good. Sure. Okay, then we will start our next topic. Okay. Anyone have a doubt? Then please let me. Halima, I guess we have some network issue. So what's the answer, Halima, you got for the last question? Halima, can you tell me what answer you were getting?
So the previous question,
Yep, previous one.
2 by 5, 5 by 2, 1 by 10, 10 by 1.
Very good, very good. Okay, then we will start the next topic. Next is types of matrices. Okay, till now we have checked that what is a matrix, what is the order of the matrix. Okay, how can we make a matrix when the relation between I and J is given. We have done what is I and J. Now next is types of matrices. So first we have the row matrix. Okay, so what is mean by row matrix? Please don't note right now. I will give you the time for this. What is a row matrix? Suppose if we have a matrix which have a only single. If in a matrix there is only a single row, I guess in the beginning someone has asked me that this is possible to have a single matrix, to have a matrix having a single row. Yes, it is possible. Okay, so if in a matrix we have a single row, only one row, so that type of matrix is called the row matrix. If in a matrix we have only a single row, then such type of matrix is called the row matrix. For example, this one. Okay. So again, same thing as the definition. A matrix having only one row is called a row matrix, or we also can say this as a row vector. Okay, so this is the example. Here we have a single row, so that's why this is called a row matrix. So please note down this, confirm me, then we will start the second one. Please note down this one, row matrix. Okay, Mariam, very good. And all the other students, please confirm me so that we can start our next topic. Okay, sure, very good. Atif, Aisha, Maziha, Safula, will you please confirm? Okay, Aisha, very good. Okay, Atif, good. Safula and Maziha, this done. Sakula and Muzia. Can we start? Muzia. Okay, Sakula, very good. Very good. Okay, so this is the row matrix. We will start our next topic. That is column matrix. Okay, so if in a row matrix there is one column we will have a single column. For example, if we have a matrix like this, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if we have a matrix like this, where we have a single column. Okay, what's a column matrix? Matrix in which we count. My voice is breaking. Anyone? Is this okay? Still, there's some issue.
Sir, it's not clear at all, sir. Your voice is breaking a lot.
Atif, is it okay now? Is this okay for everyone?
Yes, sir. Now it's fine.
That's fine. Okay, Shiva, is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, please let me know if anyone will face again the same issue. So we were discussing about the column matrix. As in the row matrix, we have a single row. Similarly, in column matrix, we have a single column. Okay, so for example, in here we have a single column. So that's why we will say that this is a column matrix. Please note down this. Please note down this definition with example and confirm me. Then we will start the next topic. Is this done? Shall we start? Okay, good. Other students, will you please confirm? Atif, Aisha, Mariam, Mazia, and Safula. Okay, Mariam, very good. Okay, Aisha. Okay, Safula. Okay, so I hope everyone has completed this. Okay, then we will start next one. So, Mazia, this is done. Shall we start next? Okay, Atif. Mazia? Mazia, this is done. I hope, Mazia, this is clear to you also, and you have noted on this. We will start the next one. Now, next we have a square matrix. Okay, row and column matrix are very simple. In row, we have a single row. In column matrix, we have a single column. Next, we have a square matrix. So the tip to remember this is like this. In a square, all sides are equal. So we can say if in a matrix, the number of rows and number of columns are equal, then such a matrix is called a square matrix. Okay, so what is a square matrix? So for example, we have this matrix. Here, the number of rows are 2 and number of columns are also 2. So this matrix is called a square matrix. Okay, where the number of rows and number of columns are equal, then such a matrix is called a square matrix. Another example of a square matrix is like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 9. So here also we have 3 rows and 3 columns. So that's why we will say that this is a square matrix. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. So first of all, please note on this definition. A matrix in which number of rows is equal to number of columns is called a square matrix. Okay, and in normally in a square matrix, we will just say that the order is n. So what does that mean? For example, if we will take this one, here we have 2 rows and 2 columns, so this is a square matrix. We can say that the order is 2 by 2, or we simply can say that this is a square matrix of order 2. Okay, so if an exam and in any book you will find this, that there's a square matrix of order 2, then that means that the number of rows and number of columns are 2. So I hope this is clear to everyone. So please note down this. Okay, note down this example and confirm me, then we will start a next topic. Okay, please confirm me on the chat box once this is complete. Okay, Shiva, very good. Okay, Maziha, very good. Okay, Aisha. Okay, Mariam. Okay, Atif, good. Okay, Safra, very good. So I hope everyone has completed this. Now we can start the next one. But before that, we will discuss some points in a square matrix. If A is equal to Aij is a square matrix. Okay, this we already know that this is a general form of a matrix. We can represent a matrix like this. Okay, capital A is for a matrix. We always represent a matrix by capital letter. Okay, and these represent the elements. So if this is a square matrix of order n, then the elements A11, A22, A33, A and n are said to constitute the diagonal of the matrix. So what does this mean? These elements, okay, you can see this is like a diagonal. If you will consider this as a square, then this seems to be like a diagonal. So these elements are diagonal elements. Sorry, these elements are called the diagonal elements. So basically, if you will check that, what is this matrix? This is A11. This is what? A22. This is what? A33. So that means when rows and columns are equal, then that will be a diagonal element. So A11, A22, A33. These are called the diagonal elements. So if we have a square matrix, then these elements are called the diagonal elements. And what happens in diagonal elements? Here the number of row and column are equal. So for example, A11, A22, A33. Okay, and suppose if we have this one, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, then these are called the diagonal element. This is A11, this is A22. So I hope this point is also clear to everyone that if it is a square matrix, then these elements are called are said to constitute the diagonal of the matrix A. Okay, or we can say these are the diagonal elements. These are called the diagonal elements. So just write one more point here. A11, A22, A33, and so on up to ANN are called diagonal elements. Okay, so these are called the diagonal elements. I hope this is clear to everyone. Anyone have a doubt in this, that what are diagonal elements? And always please remember that the diagonal elements exist only in a square matrix. Okay, if a matrix is a square, then only we can find the diagonal elements, or we can say that the diagonal elements will exist. Okay, so please note down this last point. Please note down this also and confirm me, then we can start our next topic, that is diagonal matrix. Okay, sure. Very good. And all the other students, will you please confirm so that we can start the next topic? Okay, sure. Very good. Mariam, good. Okay, Mizia, very good. Okay, Atif, very good. So I hope everyone has completed this. Okay, so we can start the next topic. Next is a diagonal matrix. Okay, so we have completed the row matrix where we have a single row. Then we have a column matrix, single column. Then we have done a square matrix where number of rows and columns are equal. And we have also done the diagonal elements. Next, we have a diagonal matrix. So what is a diagonal matrix? A square matrix is said to be diagonal matrix if all its non-diagonal elements are zero. We will take example and understand that what is diagonal matrix. Okay. Okay. So as per the definition, a square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix. So first thing, if we need a diagonal matrix, then the matrix should be a square matrix. So square matrix means number of rows and columns are equal. Now suppose we are trying to form a matrix of order 3. So we will have a 9 elements. For example, here we have 1, here we have 2, here we have 3. This we don't have. Okay, so this is a square matrix. This is clear to everyone because the number of rows and number of columns are equal. Now the definition is, what is a diagonal matrix? A square matrix is said to be diagonal matrix if all its non-diagonal elements. Okay, so these elements are called the diagonal elements. If these are diagonal, then other than these elements, all are non-diagonal elements. So that means this all are non-diagonal elements. Now, what is a diagonal matrix? Where the non-diagonal elements are zero. So that means this is 0, 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 and this is 0. So diagonal matrix is what? It is a matrix in which the non-diagonal elements are 0. This is clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, we will check some more points here. Now, Now, in terms of Aij, what we can do? Okay, these are the diagonal elements. So here we can say this is A11, this is A22, and this is A33. So we can say that I and J are equal here. In the diagonal matrix, we have already discussed that I is equal to J. Okay. Now, can we say that when I is not equal to J, then we will get a non-diagonal elements? So for example, this one, this is 1, 2. I and J are different. Similarly, we can see this 1, 3. I and J are unequal. So in non-diagonal elements, I and J are not equal. So when I and J are not equal, we will get a non-diagonal elements, and in diagonal matrix, the non-diagonal elements are 0. So can we say that Aij is equal to 0 when I is not equal to J? This is a very important logic. So this
So
is,
could you explain this again?
yeah, sure. We will take an example over here. Okay, we will form a 2 by 2 matrix. So suppose this is 2, this is 4. Now this is what these are the non-diagonal elements, so we will put 0. This is what A11, this is what A12, this is what A23, this is, sorry, A21, and this is what A22. Now, these are the diagonal elements. Okay, so what is a diagonal matrix? The square matrix in which non-diagonal elements. So these are non-diagonal elements. If we will check the non-diagonal elements, for example, A12 and this A21, if we will analyze this, then we will get to know that I and J are not equal. In non-diagonal elements, the I and J are not equal. In diagonal elements, I and J are equal. So we can say when I is not equal to J, then that means we will get a non-diagonal elements. And when I is not equal to J, then Aij will be 0 because the non-diagonal elements are 0. This is clear to
Yes.
everyone. Okay, please let me know. Okay, because at the end of the class, we will revise all these topics again. So if anyone have a doubt, then please let me know. So please note down this, confirm me on the chat box, then we will start the next topic.
So if the matrix is not a square matrix, then diagonal matrix is not applicable.
Yes. Okay, because the diagonal matrix is always a square matrix.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Everyone, please note down this and please confirm me on the chat box, okay, so that we can start the next. Okay, Sapula, very good. Okay, Monsieur, good. Okay, Marian, very good. Atif, very good. Shiva, very good. Anyone else left? Aisha, will you please confirm? Okay, Aisha, very good. I hope everyone has completed this. Now we can start the next topic. Okay. Next is a scalar matrix. Okay. So what is a scalar matrix? If diagonal elements are equal. Now for the scalar matrix, we will go to the diagonal matrix. First of all, we will discuss what is a diagonal matrix. So who can tell me? Aisha. Aisha, can you tell me what is a diagonal matrix?
So like example.
You can tell me the definition of diagonal matrix? Aisha,
A square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix.
Yes, Aisha, it was okay. A square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix.
If all its non-diagonal elements are 0.
Very good. If its non-diagonal elements are 0. Now, what is a scalar matrix? A diagonal matrix is said to be scalar if its diagonal elements are equal. So suppose this, we have a matrix. These are the diagonal elements. First thing, a square matrix should be a diagonal matrix. So from the diagonal matrix, we already know that the non-diagonal elements will be 0. Okay. Now, these are the diagonal elements. So diagonal elements should be equal. So these can be anything. For example, if this is 2, then this will be 2, this will be 2. If this is 3, this will be 3, this will be 3. If this is 4, or generally we can say if this is k, this will also be k, and this will also be k. Okay, so what is a scalar matrix? A diagonal matrix is said to be scalar matrix if its diagonal elements are 0. So for a scalar matrix, the matrix should be a diagonal matrix. We already know that the non-diagonal elements will be 0. Now the diagonal elements will be equal. So these can be any element. Okay, but all should be 0. All should be equal. Now I have one point. Okay. Now please tell me Aij is equal to what when I is not equal to j? Who can tell me this? Atif. Atif, can you tell me in this one when I is not equal to j, what we can say about Aij?
It will be 0.
Very good. This is 0. Very good, Shiva. This is good. Okay, Atif, when I is equal to j, so can we say that Aij is equal to k? K can be any number.
Yes.
Okay. So I hope this is clear to everyone that when I is not equal to j, so that means non-diagonal element. So these should be 0. And when I is equal to j, then that means we will get a same number at these places. So we can write k. Okay. So please, so when Aij is equal to 0, I is not equal to j. When I is equal to j, we will get a Aij is equal to k. So I hope this is also clear to everyone. And if anyone have a doubt, then please let me know. Otherwise, please note down this and confirm me, then we can start the next topic. Okay. So you can note down this example. This is example of scalar matrix. Please confirm me, okay, once this. Okay, Aika, very good. Okay, Safala, good. Okay, Atif, very good. Maziha, could you please confirm so that we can start next? Okay, Maziha, very good. Next is identity matrix. Okay. Now, what's the identity matrix? Our diagonal matrix is said to be identity matrix if its diagonal elements are unity. Okay, so what does that mean? First of all, identity matrix is also a diagonal matrix. Again, we will take example of a matrix of order 3 by 3 because this should be a square matrix. These are the diagonal elements. Remaining one we will put 0. Okay, these are the diagonal elements. Now, diagonal matrix is said to be identity if its diagonal elements are unity. So these should be 1. These are the diagonal elements. These should be 1. So in the scalar matrix, these diagonal elements were equal. In identity matrix, these diagonal elements, these are unity. Okay, so I hope this is clear to everyone. Now, we will again discuss this, and who can tell me this? Aij is equal to what when I is equal to j? Okay, this time, Sepula, can you tell me? When Shiva I is equal to j, can you check this or these points here? Sepula, when I is equal to j, I is equal to j means we are talking about the diagonal elements.
Aij equals to k.
Is it, can you say 1?
Yes.
Okay, because the diagonal elements will remain unity. Why we have put k over here? Because we are saying that the values will be equal. So k can have any value. In identity, there should be 1 only. So that's why we can say when I is equal to j, then Aij this will be equal to 12. Shiva, this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, when I is not equal to J. B. Who can tell me this? Mazia, can you tell me when I is not equal to J, then what is the value of Aij? Mazia, this value will be. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You can reply me on the chat box. Okay, Mazia. Mazia, can you tell me that when I is not equal to J, what is the value of this? I guess you have some network problem. Okay, then Aisha, can you tell me?
0.
0. Very good. Okay, Mazia, I hope you were getting the same answer. Okay, when I is not equal to J, then that means we are talking about the non-diagonal elements. So this will be equal to 0. Okay, Mazia, good. Okay, so please note down this and confirm me on the chat box. Then we will do the last topic, last type. Okay, okay, very good. Sorry. Please note down this. Okay, sure, very good. And other students, Atif, Aisha, Maziha, Safula. Maziha, very good. Safula, good. Aisha and Atif, good Atif. Aisha, this one. Okay, very good. Perfect. Now next one. Next is zero matrix or null matrix. Okay. So from the name only we can guess that what is meant by zero matrix or null matrix, or all the elements will be zero. So the definition is a matrix whose all elements are zero is called a null matrix or a zero matrix. Okay. So what is a null or zero matrix? The matrix in which all the elements are zero. Zero or null matrix is the matrix in which all the elements are zero is called a zero or null matrix. Okay. For example, this one, you can see in this matrix all the elements are zero. That's why this is called a zero or null matrix. We have one more example like this one. Okay, where all the elements are zero, and this is a zero or null matrix. Normally, zero or null matrix is denoted by. So please remove this one. Okay, just write capital O. Okay, please remove this and write capital O. Zero or null matrix is generally represented by capital O. So please write capital O is equal to this. Just one by one matrices are if possible. For example, if we have this one. Okay, now how many rows are there, Atif, in this?
One.
One. How many columns are there?
One.
One. So that's why this is called a one by one matrix. Okay, now Atif, one question for you. Can you tell me that this is a square matrix or not?
Yes, sir, it's a square matrix.
This is square matrix. Very good. Okay, so I hope this is clear to everyone. Please note down this so that we can do a quick revision of all the topics. Okay, sure, very good. And all the students, please note down this and confirm me. Okay, sure, very good. Okay, sure, very good. Atif, Safula, please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Atif, I hope you have completed this one. Okay, so we will revise the topic. Atif, can you tell me what is a row matrix?
Sir, a matrix is only one row.
One row, very good. Aisha, what is a column matrix?
A matrix with one column.
Very good. Safullah, what is a square matrix?
A matrix where rows and column are same.
Number of rows and number of columns are equal. Very good. Shiva, what is a diagonal matrix?
So square matrix is called as a diagonal matrix, and the non-diagonal elements are 0.
Non-diagonal elements are 0. Very good. So I hope that today's topic are clear to everyone. Okay, please note down the homework. The homework is NCERT exercise 3.1. Okay, and question number 1 to 5, and then question number 2. Okay, so please complete these questions, and tomorrow you will also get the assignments. So I will tell you that which questions you need to complete in the assignments. Okay. Okay, then thank you all of you. We will continue this topic tomorrow.
Thank you,
So we
sir.
have, first, sir, some of us haven't received the textbook yet.
Okay, so in that case, you can download the NCERT from the website of CBSE. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
the PDF version is freely available. You can download it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.